kind of is a shmup, but just not. Except your enemies are shapes. Fuck those shapes. Hello and welcome back to the Spamless Gamer, where I'm playing every Super Nintendo game in order of release. I have 4 games today. I have Thunder Spirits, HyperZone, Clue, and Street Fighter II. And our first game today is Thunder Spirits. Explore the outer limits of arcade, or action/arcade excitement at planet warping speed. Alright. Fasten your seatbelts, it's going to be an eye-popping, pulse-pounding, mind-blowing ride. Your superpower starship is under attack on land, air, sea, and sea in this action arcade thriller, but be prepared to go out with a bang. Zap! Blast your way through a firestorm. Splash! Use a wave weapon to pulverize an enemy. It's an 8-stage intergalactic fight to the finish. And even the multi-level scrolling and hunting sound effects are out of this world. Boss characters are the most chillingly realistic graphics try to show you who's the boss. But if you're quick enough and smart enough, you can prevail. Whoever that company is, it's a shmup. Oh yeah, definitely shmup. Shmuppity shmup shmup, shmuppity shmup shmup. Boy, I'm good at this. Shmuppity shmuppity shmup shmup. Oh, it's a big boy. Shmup him. Thank you. I mean, sound effects. Kind of. Ah. Seems like it's got a decent amount of power-ups and stuff that I'll never get to use because oh, fingers getting tired. Auto fire is slow, see? And you can shoot faster if you keep tapping the button. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna continue, sir. Graphics, they're alright. I've seen better shmup graphics, but they're good. I'll give them a 7. Sound, some of the sounds are annoying, like the laser fire, so demoted to a 4. Music is pretty good. I'm going to give that a 7.5. The story is non-existent. And controls, we're going to give that a 7. Funness, 5. Does it hold my attention? No, not that into shmups, but overall, we're going to give this one a 6.5. That was Thunder Spirits. Let's see what's next. Our next game is called HyperZone, and I'm guessing from the name and that box art, it's another shmup, because we don't get enough of those on the Super Nintendo. There we go. There's a spaceship attacking a X, not an X-Wing, just an X. Back of the box, the year is 2089, the place, the desolate surfaces of the asteroids in HyperZone, of course. The enemy, time. The hostile environment, sweltering heat, bone-chilling cold, and the endless double track of HyperZone. Traveling at hyperspeed, skimming the surface of the hyper-asteroids, eyes burning from seeking the hyper-enemy. Fingers coiled on the hyper-trigger. It's going to be a long, terrifying ride. Okay, it doesn't actually look like a shmup from the screenshots. Hell. Ooh, rainbows. kind of is a shmup, but just not. Except your enemies are shapes. Fuck those shapes. Is this the game? Pretty cool looking. I mean, maybe not the enemies so much, but you know, it's just practice. Am I just shooting shapes for practice? Are the real enemies coming? Oh. More shapes. It seems like there's a nugget here that could have been a pretty cool game. But instead, you blow up shapes. Well, those shapes are textured at least. What will the next shape be? Oh, please don't let it be a triangle. Nothing. Nothing makes me more upset than triangles. They're moving! More of those flower shapes. Well, that shaped up to be something. Graphics, oh, they're both impressive and not at the same time. What do I give them? I'm gonna give it a 5.5. Sound was okay. We'll give that a 4.5. Music, we'll give that a 6. Story, there really is none. Controls, we'll give that a 7. Funness, we'll give that a 5.5. Does it hold my attention? A 2.5. Gotta know what the next shape is. And overall, we're gonna give it a 5. That was HyperZone. Let's see what's next. Alright, our next game today is Clue, as in the board game Clue. Parker Brothers' classic detective game, and it's got classic Clue artwork on it. Clue. Who killed Mr. Body? Was it Colonel Mustard in the kitchen with the lead pipe? All the deductive fun of the classic mystery game comes to life with hundreds of animated vignettes, crisp graphics, bright colors, and refined sound effects, and music of advanced 16-bit technology. Playing alone or with up to 5 human or computer opponents, you'll solve a new Clue mystery every time you play, as you choose one of the 5 ranks and work yourself up from amateur to detective. So enter Mr. Body's mansion and start collecting evidence from the animated vignettes that show suspects skulking around rooms and leaving fingerprints on weapons. When you've collected enough clues, make your accusation of who done it, where, with what weapon. If you're right, you'll see the murder reenacted before your very eyes. I had this game as a kid, so this music is very familiar to me. Professor Plum, because he's the smartest. Next player. It's Colonel Mustard, because he's dastardly. Next player. And then Mrs. Peacock. Start the game. Alright, let's look at my cards. Yep, okay. Yeah, checks out. Here's the board. And Colonel Mustard's going first. He's jerking off the dice there. I'm going to roll. Yeah, take that, library. I have a little nostalgia for this game. Scarlet with a candlestick in the conservatory. I disagree. Because there was no weapon in the conservatory, fool! Alright, we get to do something. Who did it? I think I did it. I definitely shot Mr. Body. The revolver was in the lounge. Accuse! I'm going to say Plum did it with the gun in the lounge. Yeah. I think you're supposed to write notes. The lounge was quiet, warm enough for a nap. A long nap. Mr. Plum pretended to study his notes. He reached for the revolver. There's evidence that you were wrong! Ah! Game over, Prof. Plum. I think you're supposed to take notes as you play and then, like, you know, do it good and not suck at it like I did. Okay, graphics. It's a board game, so they're about as good as you're going to get. 5.5. The sound is okay, 5.5. Music, 6.5. Story. The story is what you make of it. We'll give that a 2. Controls. It's for a board game on an SNES, fine. Funness, we'll give that a 5. Does it hold my attention? A 4. And overall, it's going to get a 5.5. I had a lot of fun with that one as a kid. But these days, just play Clue or watch the Tim Curry movie, even better. All right, let's see what's next. Our final game today is whatever the hell that is. Never heard of it. Yeah, Chun-Li kicking Blanca and Ryu down there in the back of the box. Get ready to rumble. They can't say that. From across the globe comes eight of the wildest fighter the world has ever known. Choose your champion, gather your courage, and prepare to battle your opponent in a bare-knuckle brawl. Face Ken in his devastating Dragon Punch, trademark. Watch the temperature rise as Daalism incinerates you with his mystical Yoga Flame. Hear your spine crack as Zynga smashes you to the pavement with his spitting pile driver. Cover your ears as Guile breaks the sound barrier with his awesome power of Sonic Boom. Annihilate your competition and claim the right to test your skills against the bone-crushing power of the Grandmasters. Can you survive? Get a new one? Alright. Cool. So this is not Turbo, which is the one I think I played as a kid. I might have rented this. I'm also not... I was more of a Mortal Kombat guy than a Street Fighter guy. All this is to say, to make excuses for how horrible I look when I play this game. Good port. Can I get beyond this? What the hell? Game? Oh. Why does my totally legit, not at all an emulator not work with Street Fighter? Well, this is what the game would look like if I was playing it. We'll just watch the demo, I guess. Yeah, nothing's working. But there you go. It's Street Fighter 2, everybody. I think the Turbo version was better, but, you know, graphics, a lot of this is going to be based on memory, but it's a pretty faithful arcade port, so we're going to give that a 7.5. Sound, we're going to give that a 9. Music, we're going to give that an 8.5. Story, as Street Fighter never had much of a story. I think that's why I like Mortal Kombat better. So we're going to give that a 2. Controls were pretty good from what I remember. 8. Funness, 7.5. Does it hold my attention? A 6. And overall, we're going to give it a 7.5. Just because Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition was a better port. But regardless, pretty good game. And I wish I could have played it. And we'll see you next game. Thanks for watching.